Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is Wicked Flicks. For this particular episode, I'm going with the 2006 Mamoru Hosoda film, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. This is a really cool anime film, and obviously it has to do with time travel. I remember walking through Best Buy like a couple of years ago, and I saw it on the shelf, and because I'm an anime fan, I just decided to kind of buy it on a whim. I thought the premise sounded interesting, and it turned out to be a really good movie. Now, this is apparently loosely based as a sequel, sort of, on a 1967 novel of the same name, but the characters in this are actually unrelated, as far as I'm aware. Basically, the story centers around a schoolgirl whose name I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, as it's been a while since I've watched it, but I think it's Makoto Kono. And basically, she's not having an easy time of it. She's very klutzy, starts a fire in chemistry class, is always knocking things over, running into people. And this sort of klutziness eventually lands her on the floor, and she can suddenly warp through time. She can jump into the past a certain amount of time. And so basically, she starts to wreak havoc in the same sort of klutzy manner through time. She has two guy friends and there's a couple of female friends as well. And she tries to, like, through the course of her going back in time and having fun with it at first, like most of us would do, she then realizes, she's causing more harm than good, and she tries to fix things. She tries to help one of her guy friends hook up with one of her girlfriends, and so on and so forth. And because she knows that's what one of the girls wants, she wants to date the guy. And it turns out that both of her guy friends, if given the opportunity, as time keeps being altered every time she goes back in time to correct something, both, if given the opportunity, would actually have a crush on her. And so it's very interesting that this unlocks a pattern once she finds that on her arm there's almost this digital tattoo. And it looks like it's a countdown. So what's happening, she begins to realize, is that every time jump she makes is being counted down. And eventually, of course, she uses her last one. And because she's been really frivolous with it to this point, it leads to the potential death of two of her friends. And this is when she finds out that her other friend, well, I don't want to spoil that because that's actually a large crux of a revelation in the story. But let's just say the time travel has to do with him, and it all comes to a very interesting conclusion. And so, I mean, it's just a really artful, well animated piece. The voice acting is spot on. I always prefer to listen to the, English dubbed version in all animes, by the way. And yeah, I mean, if you want to check out some anime and you want to check out a time travel story and you don't mind that whole sort of in school aesthetic that a lot of animes have, it's not too crazy, kooky with humor and stuff like that. And I think it's a pretty enjoyable watch. So that's pretty much going to do it for this Wicked Flicks. And I hope you will tune in next time. We'll see what else we dig. And otherwise, I'll catch you later. Peace.